Hello, this is a video tutorial showing you how to use the TI-83 or the TI-84 to find the mean, standard deviation, and variance for a discrete random variable set. Now remember that discrete random variable simply means that it has a distinguishable value set or is countable. Now let's look and see what symbols we're going to be focusing on when we input this in the calculator. Here's a quick summary. Notice that X bar is going to be your mean and your expected value. Depending on what type of scenario is given to you, it's generally given to you in the variable of mu. Almost looks like a U right here, but it's also known as the population mean. For the variance, you would be looking for sigma x squared. Now please note that the calculator will not calculate this. However, it will calculate the standard deviation itself. I strongly suggest that you write down the complete values that are given to you for the population standard deviation, then square it to find the variance. So once again, the variables that you'll be using in the calculator will be X bar and OX. Just don't forget to square your OX or sigma X to find the variance. Let's see how we can put this in the calculator. Depending on your scenario, each value is going to have a particular list. So to enter the list, go to Stat, hit Enter for Edit. Your X values are going to go under List 1 as given. Your P of X, or your probabilities, will go under L2. Please note that though you're using two different lists, they're still dealing with the variable X. So once again, L1 will be your X values. Your P of X value is going on to L2. To find the variance in the standard deviation along with the mean, go to Stat, use your right arrow key to calc, and then use 1 for one variable stacks. Again, though you're using two different lists, you're only using one variable. Hit Enter. Those of you who have an older version of the TI-83 or TI-84, you will have to hit second, then the number 1, then comma, then second, then the number 2, and hit Enter. For us with this version, make sure that your list says List 1, so second, then the number 1. Use your down arrow key and hit second, and then number 2 for your L2. Use your down arrow key for calculate and hit Enter. You now have all of your variables that you need. So for the particular example that was given, your mean, also known as your standard deviation, would be 3.25. The variance, you would have to write all of these numbers down and then square it, whereas the standard deviation itself is just this. Here's a quick summary of how to input it into the calculator again. So the X values will be under L1. The Y values, or your P of X values, would go under L2. Hit your Stat key and then your right arrow key. Select option 1 for one variable set, hit Enter. Then you hit your second, the number 1 for L1 to appear, then second again for number 2 for L2 to appear, then Enter. And here's the summary of what your X bar and your sigma X to find. Don't forget, to find the variance, you must use all the digits for OX to square it. This concludes the video of finding the mean, variance, and standard deviation for discrete random variables.